Maybe we'll get everybody just to introduce themselves until Bruce is showing his camera, and then I'll get him to take over. But this is normally what we do with a coffee chat. There's only a few people online, maybe 4 or 5, and they drop in for 5 minutes, or maybe they chat, the ones that have lots of time, chat for half an hour. And it's just to say, hi, nice, what are you doing? And it's all casual. Sometimes Bruce comes up with a topic, but we often get way off the topic.
Yeah, so, we don't want to talk about his topics.
That's right. We usually start just from the bottom. When you look at the attendees, we just start at the top, actually. And when Bruce is ready, we'll get him to introduce himself as the organizer and the facilitator for today. And then I understand that Jean-Michel, there is Bruce. Are you ready, Bruce? You have to unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone.
Good.
And welcome, especially welcome to Keith.
Thank you.
We have 9 people attending today, myself included. Ellie, you're logged in on 2 computers, I think?
Yes, she is. She's recording on the other one.
Which is why we have Ramiro here as well.
He's in the shower. We don't want to see him.
That's what I hear. And so I think Jean-Michel is logged in as the organizer, 5370 organizer. Jean-Michel, would you?
I click on the link and that's what happened. I don't know.
I'm not gonna get too angry with you.
So if you don't like me to be the organizer, just kick me out.
Please just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, yes, Jean-Michel Crepin. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, on a beautiful smoky morning due to the fire that there is in BC.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm in Cochrane, Alberta, and like Jean-Michel says, there's smoky morning here and going up to 30 degrees today.
Jim, are you here too? Can you turn your camera on and show your face, Assistant Governor Jim?
It says it's offline, Bruce.
He was there a minute ago. Yeah.
Peter, we've heard your voice a number of times.
Good morning, Keith and Linda, everybody else. I'm Peter Denoy, used to be with the Strathcona Club, and I am now for 1 year a member of this club, as I spent most of my time in the Dominican Republic. And like Ellie, the Northeast Club is one of my favorite clubs, but that's just because of the food, nothing else. Keith, I think we may have met in the past at one of my visits when I was there.
Probably, if that's the case. There are quite a few visitors to that club, so it must say something about it.
Peter is actually much deeper than he seems to be. He is more interested in the thin edge of thick things than the thick edge of thin things. I'll turn this over to Ellen now.
The first time I've heard that said. That's a good one, Bruce.
And then I'm going to turn this coffee chat over now to Ellie to introduce our special guests.
Well, good morning and welcome, Linda. Linda is past district governor from District 5370, and she's actually a past president of the Rotary Club of Edmonton Northeast. And for those of you that don't know, the Edmonton Northeast Club has produced a large number of leaders, district leaders. At least 3 of them were district governors. So that's why it's one of my favorite clubs. It also has a number of trainers, like Daryl and Edith, and Ross was a district governor at one time. But Linda joined Rotary in 1995, and where she served as president 2000 and 2001, assistant governor 2003 to 2005, and she led a group study exchange team to Australia in 2011. And she served as district governor 2014 and 15, and has always been very supportive of our E-Club. Linda also served on the District Rotary Foundation, and committee and the scholarship committee, and she was a charter member of the Rotary Aboriginal Partnership Committee, which we would love to hear more about. Linda is a home economist and a graduate of the University of Manitoba. And prior to retirement, she most of her working career was in agriculture, marketing, and food promotion. Linda is a Paul Harris Fellow, a recipient of our club's President's Award, and a Rotary Bequest Society member. And we're very pleased to have Linda here to introduce, to induct Keith. But David, who is listed as Keith's sponsor, will introduce Keith to you all. So go ahead, David.
Thank you very much indeed, Ellie. It's a pleasure I have this opportunity to introduce Keith. Keith was born in St. John's, Newfoundland, and spent his early years in Stephenville before moving with his family to North Sydney, Nova Scotia. He attended Dalhousie University and graduated in 1979 with an LLB degree. In 1981, he was a Rotary Foundation Scholar, sponsored by the Rotary Club of North Sydney, Nova Scotia, and attended the University of Sydney, Australia, where he obtained an LLM. Keith, as a non-practicing member of the Nova Scotia Bar, he was awarded the QC designation by Nova Scotia in 2005, and a practicing member of the Alberta Law Society. He has worked as a law clerk to the Honourable Roland Ritchie at the Supreme Court of Canada in Ottawa, and has taught at the faculties of law at the National University of Singapore and Dalhousie University. He has been a lawyer with a law firm, I got to pick this up, in Halifax, and a major law firm in Singapore. Most of his working life has been spent as general counsel, VP legal for a number of different companies in the oil and gas service sector, as well as for Lilydale Inc., one of Canada's leading poultry processors based in Edmonton. He currently serves as VP legal for a small international oil industry service company, Step Oil Tools, and is based in London, England. Well, it took a while after his foundation scholarship experience to do so. Keith came back to Rotary in 2008, and he joined the Rotary Club of Edmonton Northeast. When he moved to England in 2012, he then became a member of the Rotary Club of Walton-on-Thames. In 2017, on July 1st, he transferred his membership to the Club of Canada 1. He is a Paul Harris Fellow and a Bequest Society member. He has previously served as Chair of Community Services and Chair of International Committee, and has acted as Sergeant Arms. During his time with the Walton Club, he was one of the team which successfully obtained a Rotary International grant for an anti-child trafficking initiative in Nepal, in conjunction with the Rotary Club of Heidelberg Schloss. I'll hand it over to PDG Linda.
Linda, go ahead.
Well,
It's your turn. Yeah.
It's my turn. Well, it's absolutely an honor to induct you, Keith, into the E-Club Canada 1, and especially to induct you back into District 5370. I was the sponsor of Keith when he became a member at the Edmonton Northeast Club. Actually, I was in a cafe one day, and he was sitting with a friend that I knew. I sat down to have a coffee with these two gentlemen, started to speak with Keith, and he said that he'd been looking for a Rotary Club. It was interesting that he was working as a lawyer with Lilydale, which was in the area of the Northeast Rotary Club. He was in the food industry. I was in the food industry. So I invited him to come to my club to visit and check us out. Well, he became a member of Edmonton Northeast very shortly after that. And he was a great member of our club. When Keith left 4 years later to go to England for a new position, he was a hole that we have never filled. And we all have members of our club who just have a huge impact and do many things. He was community services director for a year in our club, and set us on a course of new community service, looked at projects from various angles. And today we still continue to look at community service projects in the ways that were set up by Keith. He was great fun as our Sergeant at Arms. We enjoyed his humor. And above all, though, he really made a difference. And I think it's unique that he's coming back to our district during the year of Rotary Makes a Difference. And I know that he will definitely make a difference in the E-Club. And I expect he's going to make a big difference in District 5370. His heart is in this district, because even as a member in Walton, he would come back to us. And the year that I was district governor, he chose to come back to Edmonton and attend the district conference. And that's where he met Ellie and met several other members of the E-Club. And I think at that time, there was a little bee put into his bonnet, and he thought, someday I'm going to return to District 5370. And we're thrilled to have him. At that time when he joined, his children were much younger. Some were in high school, some were in university. And we heard all about them, and it's exciting to learn now that Keith and Nancy are going to become grandparents. And I suspect that we will see lots more of them back here in Edmonton once he has a grandchild. So on behalf of all of the members of District 5370, and especially the members of the E-Club, it's my honor as a past district governor and a former member of the Rotary International leadership team to welcome you into your new Rotary Club and the District 5370. So congratulations, Keith, and congratulations to the E-Club for pursuing and requesting that Keith Evans, with the vocation of corporate law, who will use it wisely within your club, is now a new member, the newest member of 5370.
Welcome, welcome.
Ovation.
Thank you very much, Linda. It's a delight to be back in the district and out of this horrendous creature in the United Kingdom called RIBI, which is a body onto its own. And I felt distanced from Rotary for the 4 years I was a member of that club. So I'm happy to be back into what I view as RI to begin with. So great news.
Congratulations.
So, Keith, I'd like to, on behalf of President Lynn Tanoski and the members of the Rotary Club of Canada 1, I'd like to welcome you into the club. Great to have you aboard. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like to mention that, let me turn my camera on. I like to mention that there's a few members of the Northeast Club that are trying to log in, and they're having difficulty. So I keep getting these messages. But I promise that I will send the recording, and maybe Linda, you would share that with your club, because I'm sure they'll all be delighted to see Keith being inducted in our club. So Keith may even be in Fort McMurray at the end of September to attend the district conference.
Oh, I don't think I'll make that one, but I'm going to have to start planning, I think, for the district conferences and try to attend them, because it's another excuse to get back into Canada, I guess. And maybe use up some many air miles I have logged up with Air Canada. So.
Maybe Bruce, you would like to show that other slide that's on that same PowerPoint. And so Linda and Keith can both see the map of our, actually, if I animate it, if I start that slide on my computer, they all come flying in from different directions, all these. So you can you can see, oh there, yeah, coming in there. And Keith, and they come in flying in the order that that came into our club.
Oh, okay.
That now we have Keith also there, but he's kind of cut off on this slide here. But
I can see.
We also have a member in Germany, and she's off this slide. So I may need to make an adjustment of that on that slide, a little bit smaller. But yeah,
looks like we need to try to find somebody in Asia to complete the world.
Yeah. And in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, we have nobody there. We're all Alberta, British Columbia, and then we have who's in Dominican Republic, and Vicky in Guatemala. And Doug is wherever his homesick jobs take us. And John is in Blaine, Washington, and we have a member in Germany as well. Right. Okay.
And Sabine does travel to Africa quite a bit too, so we're already got Africa covered, Keith.
Okay. That's the joy of e-clubs.
Yeah, and poses some other interesting issues, time zones and all that kind of stuff. So,
well, but coffee mornings work for me, so I'll probably attend a number of them. So it's the fellowship ones that I'm snoring through, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you won't have the participation, but we are recording